do you get rid of pride, right? So this is what we're talking about this morning. So let's just see. Okay, so I think we are live over here. Okay, so we are as I'm turning the thing around. Okay, so we got YouTube up, we got Facebook up. Let's bring on TikTok, guys, as we talk this morning about the spirit of pride. Good morning, I'm Wanda with Soundproof Marriages. We will continue talking the rest of this month. January is dedicated to getting rid of pride, taking pride out of your marriage. You're working on your marriage, you're fighting the real enemy for your marriage. It's a battle. It's a spiritual battle. And so this is the battle that you're going to win. You're going to win the battle and the war, right? Because you're getting rid of pride. You're learning how to get rid of the spirit of pride in your home that's in your marriage. So good morning. Come on in the room. I am Wanda with Soundproof Marriages. Again, making your marriage soundproof against those noises, those things that will come to attack your marriage. And so we'll have a little class today. And yeah, we got the whiteboard going again. So we will hop to the whiteboard in just a minute and give people a little time to get on this morning. Again, welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. To my channel. Again, Soundproof Marriages. I am Wanda. Been married 36 years by the grace of God to the same man. Seventh grade. We're talking about seventh grade, y'all. That's a long time. That's the grace of God, right? So again, I had to learn some stuff. So this is what I'm able to share with you. Things that God had to teach me. So I use Bible principles in teaching you. So good morning. Come on in the room. Good morning, guys. This is a battle for your marriage. You're fighting a spiritual battle for your marriage. So you have to look at it like that. I wanted to have your mind change and renewed on how you look at marriage, how you view marriage, how you view your husband, how you look at this, so that you're not fighting flesh and blood, so that you're not fighting your husband, so that you're fighting that spirit that comes to destroy your marriage. And so this is how you hold on to it. This is how you have joy and laughter in your marriage. This is how, even when it's not picture perfect, I'm talking, it's not 100% perfect, but you can still enjoy. You have more good moments than you have bad moments. You can enjoy your husband, and your husband can actually, come on now, enjoy you. So this is what we are talking this morning, how to get rid of pride. Again, the month of January, this is what we're dealing with. Pride, the spirit of pride, making sure you know how to get pride out of your marriage, making sure pride is not the tool the enemy is using to destroy your home. Pride comes before a fall. And so we're trying to make sure that your marriage is not going to fail, your marriage is not going to fall due to the spirit of pride. Each month this year, we will be tackling an issue. We will deal with that issue each month, right? For that entire month. The month of January, we have been dealing with and tackling the spirit of pride, making sure you have true understanding of how to get rid of pride, how to make sure pride is not destroying you and destroying your marriage. And so this is what we will deal with the rest of this month. Next month, February, we will tackle and deal with forgiveness. But this month, pride, because you can't forgive until you humble yourself, till you realize, pride is the thing that's keeping a lot of people from forgiving other people. And this morning, as I was laying in bed before I got up, it came to me how unforgiveness, or it could be like a two-edged sword. Unforgiveness is like a two-edged sword. It actually cuts the person, and this is how I look at it. It cuts the person that chooses not to forgive, but it also cuts the person that forgiveness has not been extended to. So we will get into that next month, for the month of February. This month, let us, yield any pride that's in us. Yield the pride, especially when it comes to your marriage, your husband, but across the board, you can take this teaching and use it. But we're getting rid of the spirit of pride. So come on in the room. Let's talk marriage. Again, let me move that over. We're talking marriage. How do you remove the spirit of pride out of your marriage? How is it that you can allow humility to work for you? The world kind of view being humble as something bad, something weak, something, but God uses humility as a weapon. How do you allow humility, let me get it out, as a weapon? And so this is what we will be talking about for a little while today, again, as we go over some stuff. So good morning, welcome to the room, welcome to my channel, and I'm glad you're here because you can walk away even just during this sitting getting elevated and understanding, yeah, I'm fighting and I'm using the tool, my instrument that I'm using to fight is humility. Isn't that like how God would do it? So you're fighting the real enemy for your marriage. You're fighting for the peace in your marriage. You're fighting to restore your marriage. You're fighting to bring your husband back home. You're fighting to have your husband notice you. You're fighting for all of that. How do you get some of this stuff to happen? And being humble. God can use humility. God will resist the proud and he will give grace to that person that's humble. You will have the grace to be humble. Please hear me. You will have the grace to be humble. But God will bring the resistance if you choose not to be humble. So I do have a workbook, guys, that will go along with this teaching. And it's in the Wife Hub or it's actually on my website. So DM me so that I can give you more information on how to get the workbook. More information on how to get the workbook that goes along with this teaching. This is when, after you listen to what I've said, don't you understand the enemy is going to come back and whisper in your ear? So if you have something in writing, if you have something you can go to, you can write it out, you can speak it, it's things that you can do. It's a workbook that will go hand in hand with this teaching that I'm doing. So do DM me if you're interested in the workbook that goes along with this teaching, because you're going to need to truly look back at it again, because I'm serious. When I get off, the enemy will come right back and whisper in your ear. You're going to have to know how to fight your flesh, because your flesh is not going to want to be humble. Your flesh will resist you. But you understand that, no, in my humility, I allow God to move. In my humility, I got the help that I need in humility. So you can forgive again. In humility, come on, you can just learn to be quiet and not argue. In humility, you just yield. You yield your rights to God. You may be right about a situation, but instead of arguing your fact, trying to prove yourself, all of that, you allow God to do it for you. So this is what we're talking about for this month. So come on in the room. TikTok people, can I get you guys to tap the screen for me, like and share? Again, for all of those that YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, can I get you guys to like and share? I want y'all to participate in the chat as well. Because this is something that you can get out of this. Like and share so that other people can get information on how to fight for their marriage. Don't y'all understand? Satan is after marriages. He's after the covenant. The enemy broke his covenant with God. So any other covenant that is truly divine and righteous, he is trying to destroy that covenant. So the enemy is coming after you. You get mad with your husband, but you have to look at the spirit that's making him behave the way he is. That's what you're fighting. Thank you, Tiffany. That's who you're fighting. You're fighting that enemy that has influenced your husband. So you can't fight it in the natural. You can't fight it with flesh and blood. So this is what we will deal with. We're again, pride. God uses humility as a tool. That tool is on the table, laying there before you. Pick it up and use it. I've been married for 36 years, you guys. Working on 37, praise God. I had to learn some stuff. And I remember one time, well, okay, I'm not going to even get into that. I was about to tell you about how the tools, I know tools are there. It's more spiritual, and some of you, I got to make sure you're ready to go there. But the tools are there. The tools are on the table. Humility is a tool. Pick it up. It's a weapon. I'm saying tool, but tool, and it's also a weapon. Humility is a weapon that God uses to help you fight the real enemy. So you're not falling for the triggers. You deal with a narcissistic husband. I hope you get tied tongue a little bit on that one. Trying to say it. You're dealing with a narcissistic husband. You're dealing with, let's use another word, self-centered husband. Let's use another word. Child, you're dealing with very selfish husband. How do you deal with that? This is some of the stuff that we cover. This is some of the stuff I will be covering. So if you're interested in learning these things, learning how to walk them out, that may be your reality. That may not be your friend's problem in her marriage, but that just may be what you're dealing with. You need to know how to walk it out and how to walk it out and be happy, how to walk it out and have strategy there. You're knowing what you're doing and you're understanding why. You're not just being kind just to be kind. Come on. It's strategy behind your kindness. And the kindness is not fake. The kindness is genuine, but you understand why you're kind because you know God is using that as a weapon. So again, when you have a husband that's selfish, when you have a husband that's very narcissistic, when you have those things, you can have some understanding behind it and you understand why you're doing what you're doing. So join the Wife Hub, guys. It's an app, a community of ladies, all things wife. It's free. If you're interested in that, DM me. I will be doing a master class each month on some things. And so again, but it's a lot of courses that are there that you could go into. Why do you need the course? Why do you need to download it? Why do you need to, in your private time, look at these things that will help you? Because when you don't have anybody around, when you can't get your friend to talk to, when you can't get your sister to talk to, when nobody is answering the phone, right? When nobody is giving you the right advice that's sinking. You know, when you get that right advice, that word that just kind of cling and stick there, when nobody is giving you that, you can go and download. How do I deal with disappointment? How do I deal with a cheating husband? How do I deal with this? How do I deal with that? You can go and download that. Read it, meditate on it, answer the questions, examine what's going on, and get some information, get some knowledge, gain understanding. And so I have courses that are there in the Wife Hub. Wife Hub is where I want to speak to the spirit, soul, and body, want the spirit, soul, and body to be poured into. You can't give what you don't have. You can't give, please hear me, you can't give what you don't have. So you're trying to make yourself forgive, but if you have not received forgiveness, you don't know how to extend forgiveness. And what I found as I counsel lady, I do counsel ladies, couples and things like that. As I found as I counsel them, they don't have proper understanding on how to walk out the forgiveness. They may say they choose to forgive their husband for infidelity, but they don't know how to walk it out. They may say they choose to forgive their husbands for doing X, Y, Z, whatever it may be, but they don't know how to walk it out. So yes, with your lips, you gave lip service, I choose to forgive you, but your actions show unforgiveness. You don't know how. And so this is what I help you do. This is what I help you do. So again, join the Wife Hub. It is a free community of ladies that coming together. Again, you're getting resources on how to fight for your marriage. But this month we are dealing with pride, where you are not allowing the enemy to use that as a weapon. He's using pride as a weapon to destroy you. God is going to use, you're going to use humility as a weapon to fight for your marriage and to build it up. To build it up. So I want to pose this question. Again, what made you stop trying? So let me talk to the female who stopped trying. You stopped trying to forgive. You stopped trying to work on your marriage. You stopped trying. What made you check out? You know, anybody who's listened to me for a while, sometimes I've talked about how your husband can check out before he check out. He mentally checked out before he physically checked out. So what's making you check out? What made you stop trying? And you probably could give me some examples where he did this and that was the last time he did that. This happened and that happened and I forgave him this time, but then he did it again. What made you stop trying? What made you stop trying? Can I have you guys put in the chat for me, try? Put that one word, try. Can I get you guys to put in the chat for me, try? Try. Try. Can you please put that at try? Try. There we go, try. Because the enemy will get you to a place of hopelessness. Now, let me ask you another question. Does hopelessness sound like it's something that God would deal with? Think about this. Again, using Bible-based principles, is hopelessness something that you should have? So why is it that you get to be hopeless when it comes to your marriage and have hope for everything else? Well, I can't make him do. I agree with you. You absolutely can't. I 100% agree with you. You really cannot make your husband stop doing what he's doing. You can't change him. I agree with you on that. But you know who can. And right, God does not go against free will. But what God does do is use the sowing and reaping method to help build and grow. To help build and grow. So you're going to use the wisdom that God has given you to grow your marriage. A wise woman builds her home. A foolish woman tears it down with her own hands. And look at this, ladies. Unforgiveness is there because of pride. Unforgiveness is there because of pride. Now, I don't tell any female to stay and be beaten, physically abused. Be somewhere safe, get somewhere safe, and continue to pray for deliverance for your husband. Pray for a change, that God will bring the change. But ladies, it's things that you can do. God would use your humility to help bring that change. But it's like pride blocks God from moving because he resists. God actually resists the proud. Please hear me. God is the one who is resisting you. If you're finding a lot of resistance, it's God is bringing the resistance. Check pride. I'm trying to tell you, we try to blame the enemy with Satan. No. The word says he will resist the proud, but he will give grace. So you will have the grace to be humble. The thing about it is, ladies, you want a change. You want your husband to be better. You want him to treat you better. You want him to speak to you better. You want him to be faithful to you. You want him to be a good provider. You know, you want him to be there. You want to be seen. I'm doing a master class, let me see, on being seen. He wants to be heard. You want to be seen. He wants to be heard. You want to be seen. And actually, I'm not going to make that a masterclass. I'm going to go live in the Wife Hub. So I will actually go live in the Wife Hub, and this will be the topic. He wants to be heard. You want to be seen. Please hear me. He wants to be heard. You want to be seen. How is pride messing that up? Your husband wants to be heard. And think about it for husbands who are no longer at home. Think about when he was there. Was that a problem? Was that an issue? He wants to be heard. You want to be seen. This is what we'll talk about. This is what. So join the Wife Hub. DM me and I can give you the link. It is free. Get in there so that you can fight for your marriage. You can stop being defeated in that area. Some of you honestly are doing well in all the other areas of your life except that one thing, except that one area. That one area is the thing that's like, yeah, let's get this under control. It's stuff that you can do to bring peace in your home. Seriously. Some of you, it's like, would you really put a price tag on peace? Like how you just so want peace. You're so tired of the animosity. You're so tired of this and that. You just want some peace. You want to be able to exhale in your own house. Come on, you just want peace. This is where you will learn how to walk this thing out. So if you know any ladies who are dealing with marital hardships, can you please have them follow me over here on one of these social media platforms. If you know someone, seriously, and if you're new hopping on, you're new finding me, follow me so that when I am live, you will see and you'll get notifications and you can get encouraged and built up. because the enemy, and seriously, when I get off, child, watch by the end of the day, child, give yourself an hour or two. I promise you, the enemy will start coming and speaking to you on what you thought you had. Okay, well, I'm gonna do right. Okay, you know how you make up your mind. Okay, yeah, I got this. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do right. Yeah, that's right. That sounds good. Okay, that's right. I'm gonna do it. Then your husband do something, send you a text, say something, do something, and get you going. You be like, now see here, I'm not. Okay, here we go again. I'm through taking this. I know. Yeah. So you would need to be reminded of some of the stuff that I'm telling you even now. So again, there's a workbook, guys. DM me so I can give you the information on how to get the workbook that will go along with this teaching. Remember, for January, we're dealing with pride. Next month, February, we'll deal with forgiveness. But again, pride will block the forgiveness. Pride will keep you from forgiving your husband. So again, here's another question I want to present. Is fear attached? Is fear attached to you not trying again? Is fear attached to you not trying again? Okay, Tiffany. Okay, Tiffany. I'm just kind of reading your comments. Okay. So you say you have two groups that you get messages. Okay, good, Tiffany. Good. Okay, so fear. I see you, Katie. Fear. Is fear attached? Is fear attached to why you are reluctant on trying again? Is fear attached? Now let me ask you this. Where does fear come from? Is fear something that you get from God? I told you I use Bible principles. God did not give us a spirit of fear. So if fear is attached, who do you think is giving you fear? That same person that will make you feel like your marriage is hopeless. Again, look at it, guys. Examine what's going on. Look at who is the real culprit of destroying your marriage. This is where you take the fight. It's a spiritual battle. You have the weapons presented. The weapons of your warfare is not carnal. The weapons are presented. Humility is a tool, it's a weapon that you're going to use to fight for your marriage. That you're afraid, the fear of trusting, the fear of if I let my guard down, he's going to do it again. The fear of I tried it a few other times and every time I gave in, he messed up again. And I was hurt, so the fear is there. I have to put a wall around my heart. I have to protect myself. I have to put a guard. So the fear is there. The enemy uses fear. Where's the trust? Well, I trust God. That's when I took him back. That's when I let my guard down the second, third, and fourth time, and he messed up every one of those times. So now I'm reluctant because I don't want to trust God, the fifth, sixth, and the fifth time. I know. Okay, here's the thing. This is what would make this different. A lot of times we have the same pattern, the same cycle. You're doing the same thing. So you trusted him, you forgave him, or you let your guard down, and the same thing happened. Were you doing the same thing? The problem was still there. You did not get rid of the noise. Remember, soundproof marriage, getting rid of the noise that's destroying your marriage, right? So the same noise was there. This time you are learning to be different. You're learning how to spiritually fight. You're learning not to fall for the traps. You're learning not to be triggered. You're learning how to deal with a selfish spirit. You're learning how to deal with a narcissistic spirit. You're learning that you have that authority and you know how to walk in it. You know how, again, it's how you, where I will give you the practical things, how to go about your day to day in dealing with it. So you're learning how to deal with a husband that's very selfish, very self-serving. You're learning how to deal with that. And it's not just you just taking it, I'm just taking it, I'm just a doormat, I'm just this. See, this is pride. And I refuse to be his doormat. I refuse to keep taking this. I refuse. Again, that's pride. But when you learn to be humble and at the same time you're understanding why God uses humility as a weapon, you're understanding why this time will be different because you understand this quiet and gentle spirit. I have a quiet spirit this time. You're doing it different because you thought you forgave him, but your actions were showing something else. So you pushed him away instead of drawing him in. Transformation didn't come with him. He may have felt sorry for what he did, but he wasn't able to what? Repent. He wasn't able to turn from it. He wasn't able to stop doing what he was doing, although he regretted what he did. And can I tell ladies, he did regret. We think they don't regret. We think they don't feel bad about what they do. They will feel bad. They will regret it. But it's easier, especially if you're dealing with infidelity, it's easier for him to go the other way than to deal with you because condemnation is resting in your eyes. Every time he look at you, he see condemnation because your actions, again, you have to learn how to walk forgiveness out. So again, I'm Wanda with Soundproof Marriages. Soundproofing your marriage against the real enemy. Your husband is not your enemy. Your husband is being influenced by something, spirit. You have to know how to fight against that. You have to know how. So back to, is fear attached? Is fear attached? Let's get rid of fear. Let's get rid of fear. Complete love cast out fear. Perfect love, complete love cast out fear. You can't love in the right way because pride is there. Pride is keeping you from loving in the right manner. Y'all had to love your husband to the Lord. Anybody who followed me for a minute, y'all heard me say that before. Love your husband. You want a saved husband? Some of you be like, child, I ain't even talking about saved. I just need the man to act right. I just want him to be good. I just need the man to do right. I even got to the part on being saved. Can he just do right? Be an example. And some of you saying, I have. Some of you are saying, I'm tired. Some of you saying, I have given all I could give. I'm just drained. I get that, y'all. I told y'all, these 36 years of being married, I have learned some stuff. I get that. This is why the Wife Hub is available, so that you can get poured into. Do you understand how much, it's almost like fuel, you will get down in your soul by gaining understanding? Just some understanding will fuel your soul and give you a get up, and give you a want to. Just understanding, you're understanding how your husband, I want to say, why he behaves the way he behaves. Why is he doing what he's doing? What is going on? Just you gaining understanding. Gaining understanding will fuel your soul. It takes you out of darkness. Understand, and all of your get an understanding. You gain understanding by being over there in the Wife Hub. DM me. Again, there are courses that are there. Y'all, they're free. You get on there and download them and get understanding. It's like you step into the light. You get understanding. Now you feel empowered. Now you feel like, okay, now I know. Okay, now I see. Like the light bulb comes on and you get understanding. You get strength in your soul. You realize, nope, this is my husband and I'm fighting for him. He needs me. Your husband needs you to fight for him. As angry as you are, and it's some of the stuff he's done, look at the spirit part and look at what influenced him to do what he did. He was empty. And that spirit needed a place to go and rest. But your husband, the true man, needs you, his wife, to help pray him out of that place. so that you can have the husband you want, so that you can have the marriage you want. Mm. But if the enemy can keep you angry with your husband, if the enemy can keep you disappointed with your husband, you're not praying for him really. You're not trying to, child, you want him to go to the, where. You, Lord, hurry up and take him. You have that kind of attitude because the enemy wants you upset where you can't pray. You can't be a help for him. This is the time you truly need to be a help. But if you're offended and the spirit of offense is there, you won't cover your husband in prayer. You will stop. Some of you tried, you did a couple of years that you tried, child, that they ain't still got, because again, sometimes the walk is not matching the talk. And I understand we get tired, child, I understand we get tired. But you have to get restored and built back up again so that you can try again. Your husband needs you to pray for him. He needs you to not give up on him. He has no one else who really, unless he got a praying mom, child, but, and somebody, but you're the closest thing to your husband. Don't let the enemy have him. He can change. I'm trying to tell you guys. I'm telling y'all, y'all hear me? I'm telling you what I know. Hey, Diana, I'm telling you what I know. Did y'all hear me? I'm trying to tell y'all what I know. Take heed. Take heed. Don't just hand your marriage off. Don't just give it over to the enemy. No, you stay. But humility is what God will use to help you to stay, because you have grace to forgive again. You will have the grace. And again, remember, guys, the month of February, we will be dealing with forgiveness or unforgiveness. This month, the spirit of pride. March, we would deal with something else. Each month, we would deal with the theme for that entire month. So your husband is not coming back to the same wife. And you're not getting that same man that walked out the door. We're talking about transformation. You want it to be better. You need it to be better. And it can be better. You just have to be willing to walk it out to get to the better. Are you willing? Are you willing? Seriously, are you willing? Are you up to it, child? Really, are you up for the fight? And if you're not, and you feel discouraged and you feel weak and you feel like, I don't know, I'm just so tired. I remember I was talking to this lady, I was doing a one-on-one with her, and she just broke down and cried because she was at her point of, I don't want to do a fight anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. So for one, she didn't want to do it anymore, but she met with me. You met with me, so something in you is saying, I want to try. But then when I presented it all to her, she knew it was correct and she couldn't even speak again. She just cried. It was the trying to tear down that wall. Pride builds a wall. Trying to tear down that wall of, I've tried it so many other times. Right now, I've checked out. Back to the, what made you stop trying? Back to the, what made you stop trying? Because she stopped trying. Yet she met with me. Somebody referred me, she met with me. She knew the gist of what I was coming with. The wall, pride builds that wall, guys. And God can't move and help you when that wall is up. Pride builds a wall because now you're trying to protect yourself because you're thinking God can't. You call it wisdom. The world would call it wisdom. Child, you take advice from the world? No. Wisdom. Wisdom, what? Line it up with everything else the Word of God tells us. Love covers a multitude of sins. Can you love your husband to the Lord? Can you forgive him again? Can you be humble enough? Remove pride. Can pride make you, even if say your husband home, y'all have some disagreements, can you use the weapon of humility and just not argue? Not to say your husband is right all the time. Not to say you don't give your opinion. Y'all, your husband will value your opinion. You will lose value. You know how something becomes devalued? You give your opinion so much, you become over opinionated. Thank you. Over opinionated. Over opinionated. Your opinion is devalued. But when we're wise and we know how to issue out our opinions, our husbands will value what we have to say. When we always talking, always telling them what to do, always, child, it devalues your voice. And you start losing your voice. Not your natural voice, even your spiritual voice, where your husband does not want to listen to you. Remember, I'm doing a class. Let me write this down because I wrote it down on my phone when it came to me to do it. Your husband wants to be heard. You want to be seen. Yeah, I'm writing this down. So I'm doing a class on that one in the Wife Hub. DM me if you're interested. He wants to be heard. You want to be seen. What's the problem? What's the problem? What's the problem? Let's deal with it. You want your husband? Let's start making some changes. The enemy would tell you, you did everything right, so you just continue to do what you're doing. It's all your husband. If all you see is everything he did and won't see anything that you can switch up, even if you were seriously the sweetest somebody there is and your husband still acted up, it's still things that you can do. We always can grow and transform for the better. For the better. For the better. So don't allow the enemy to continue to walk away and steal your marriage. Don't allow him. Don't. Use your weapon of humility. This month, again, this is what we're dealing with. So you learn to be quiet. You learn not to argue. It's not saying he's right. Your husband could be as wrong could be. But how do you win that battle? Let me just be quiet and let me take it to his headship. He has a headship. Whether or not your husband walks and talks as a saved man or not, he still has to answer to Christ Jesus. That's his headship. This is where you take your grievances to. This is where you just be quiet and refuse to argue. The enemy knows that if you argue, it's going to push him away. He's not going to receive what you have to say. It lessens your voice. It lessens your influence. This is how the husband listens to his mom and dad and brother, sister, cousin, stranger before he listens to you. You will lessen your voice. Your voice lose value. This is where you have to learn these things. And so even for the wife to be, ladies who want a husband, this is the things that they need to learn before they say, I do. So if you know anyone who's single and honestly, they're praying for a husband, they're waiting on God to bring the man child, they fasting and praying, laying out, wanting a husband, they need to understand what to do prior to. They want to know what they're saying, I do too. These are things that they can learn on the front end so they don't have to suffer through some stuff in the middle. And see, this is where I had to learn all of this in the middle. Keep going through the valley to get to the other side, ladies. Keep going through the valley to get to the other side. Your husband can change. The transformation that you want, you can see it. But if you give up before he changed, somebody else can benefit from your answer, from your prayers. Because God probably already said, I'm going to do this thing because she asked. But if you walk away, somebody else would benefit from the prayers you've been praying. The husband you want to see, yeah, somebody else would deal with him and have that good. And you still over here. Mm. Hey, God. Somebody else can have. So you hold tight, hold on, hold on, hold on until you get what you have been asking for. Hold on. The enemy is trying to make you turn the rope loose. You know, it's like you're holding on. And it's like that rope is constantly slipping through your hands. It's like your hands got butter on it, got grease on it, and the rope is just sliding through, and you don't have a grip on things. God can give you a grip that you can hold on. He will hold on with you when you determine the enemy is not going to have my husband. The enemy is not going to have my marriage. I'm going to use this weapon of humility. Although my flesh don't like it, my flesh is telling me to walk away from this marriage, just like some of the friends and family members said walk away. Your flesh has told you you were silly. The flesh told you you were stupid, that you're looking like a doormat. The flesh is saying you got to have some pride. I know. I refuse to let him talk to me that way. I refuse to let him treat me that way. Flesh will talk to you. You have to know how to talk back. Have an answer prepared when your flesh start talking to you. This is why, again, I advise you to get the workbook that goes along with this teaching on pride. So again, if you're interested, DM me and I can give you the link on how to get the workbook to go along with this teaching. You need to be able to walk it out. Be willing to walk it out. And if you find that, well, yeah, I was trying, but then, yeah, the enemy caught me off guard, child, and I just messed all that up. You know how you find them days you mess up? When I tell you, for real, get up, dust yourself off, and keep kicking. Don't stay in, well, I messed up, I ain't doing right, okay, let me go back to my old self. No, you keep trying. I'm walking in humility. It's a weapon. It's a weapon that I am using, that God made available to you, that you can fight the real enemy. Choose to be humble. Choose not to argue. Choose to forgive. Choose to try again. For these people who say, I'm done. I'm through trying. I'm just, my soul is just tired. I'm tired of being hurt. I'm tired of crying. I'm absolutely done. Check and make sure. Fear. Because I can tell you, fear is probably attached to those thoughts. But love, complete love, perfect love, will cast out fear. God did not give us a spirit of fear. Fear is attached. So this is why you walk around with a hopelessness when it comes to your marriage. That this is over, this is it. And the enemy try to take you down a road that God did not intend for you to go down. Take you down the pathway that God did not intend for you to go down. But this is where, again, you continue to trust. You won't fear. You're going to trust. You take allow that wall to come down. Stop trying to cover yourself, fix yourself, be your own savior. And just truly know that, okay, it would be different this time. You're trusting God, not just that you're trusting God, but you're doing it different. You have a different mindset. You understand the weapons of warfare. Because a lot of you been fighting with carnal weapons. You give your husband a silent treatment. You're withholding intimacy. You're withholding, you're not doing, just again, silent treatment. The regular conversations he's not getting from you. He's not getting the touches. He's not getting anything from you. You're withholding everything. And your husband say, okay. And he walks away. And you thought you were doing right because you spoke and said with your mouth, oh, I forgive you. We'll try again. But did your actions say something else? Did your actions speak something else? So, yep, it would be different, 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 different. Put in the chat different. It would be different. Thank you for that. It would be different. It would be different. Put in the chat different. We got YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Come on, guys. Like and share. Like and share. And if you're just hopping on, I'm Wanda with Soundproof Marriages. Soundproofing your marriage against the noise that's coming against to destroy it. All the pests that's coming out to destroy your marriage. Just know that it's not your husband that's the enemy. Fight the real enemy for your marriage. Have hope. Remove the hopelessness that this is not the end. Try again. Try again. Try again. Can I get you guys to try again? Try. Try again without fear. Try again because you're doing it different. Try again because you have a different mindset. Try again. You understand the weapons that you have on the table before you. Try again. Learn how to walk out forgiveness. Try again. Try again. Try again. Try again. So when the rope is sliding out your hand, you're trying to hold on and seems slick and slippery. Trust. Love will give you what you need to hold on. And you have to know how to walk love out. You have to know how to walk love out. You have to know how to walk it out. Walk it out, guys. Know how to walk love out. So let's see here. I hadn't looked at my comments over here. What's over here? Hi, hey Wanda. I see you. Okay, I see you. Good morning, sis. All right, so you have to be willing. And God can see the will. Do y'all understand? The willingness to say, I'm going to be humble. The willingness to say, I'm not going to let my emotions get the best of me. I'm putting my emotions in check. Yep, I'm hurt. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can be hurt. You can be tired. But you understand the healing needs to take place. The forgiveness allow the healing to truly take place where it does not hurt anymore. You will get to the point that something that, tore you apart, tore you up, had you balled up crying. You will get to the point it's not hurting anymore. You can get to the point you look at it and you're not frowned up, you're not hurting. It's just regular, like, okay, that was like a little blimp. Yeah, I remember. But it's not bothering you. It does not hurt. Get there. Get there. But when you deal with this unforgiveness, again, February, we're dealing with it. But to get there, you have to remove pride. So you got to walk in humility. You have to walk in humility to get there. And this is where the enemy wants you to stay stuck. Want you to stay to where you're angry. Want you to stay to where you're hurt. The trauma and all that you experience, the emotional trauma and all that is still in your body, still in your mind. You're rehearsing what your husband did and spoke to you over and over and over again. Faith comes by hearing. So as you're speaking the negative, what you think is going on now, come on. What do you think is going on within your body? Because you're hearing all the stuff that you're speaking. And it's going back in as hurt and trauma. It's all the weeds that are being planted down in your heart. So the healing is not able to truly take place. This is why I tell you, don't talk about it. The hurt and all of that you've gone through, no, don't talk on it. You know what I'm saying? You know how sometimes you speak to somebody like me, a counselor, even a trusted, I'm talking about truly trusted child. You got to be careful with family and friends. It needs to be truly trusted. I'm gonna be totally honest, child. I've been counseling ladies, doing group meetings and things with ladies, and child, some stuff that comes our way. It was the friend, the best friend she's talking to is the one who walked away with her husband. The best friend. So you even have to be careful there. And so a lot of my clients are in different states. I, a lot of my clients are in different states. Video conference. It's easier to deal with. Even down to first ladies of the church. I'm not in her church. Who does the first lady go to? So this is what I do, again, to help soundproof your marriage against the real enemy. But if you're interested in joining the Wife Hub, DM me and I can give you the information. The workbook that goes along with this, guys, if you're interested in that, again, DM me. I can send you the link on how to get the workbook. There are courses in the Wife Hub that I advise you guys to take advantage of those. Again, I'm doing, and let me see, I may even do it tonight or tomorrow. Y'all know we expecting a bit of ice here in Atlanta, y'all. We're expecting some ice, so we gonna see. But I'm trying to see if I'm going to do it this weekend. We're doing, let me announce this. I forgot. We're doing the book club. The Wife Hub has a book club. And so this Saturday at 10 o'clock is where we're meeting for the book club. And we are reading A Voice in the Wind by Francine Rivers. So we're just starting that up again this Saturday, 10 o'clock, if you want to be a part of that. Guys, we have some really good discussions. We'll talk about the book, but then sometimes it seems like it'll fall around some type of marital something. And so the Francine Rivers is a nice Christian author. And so, and her books are good. We've done a few of her things, a few of her books and stuff like that. So again, if you're interested in joining the book club, please DM me, Francine Rivers. Rivers, and it's A Voice in the Wind. Had to get it together, child. It's A Voice in the Wind is what we're doing this Saturday, 10 o'clock. DM me if you're interested in that. Again, it's part of the Wife Hub book club. So, let me know. I'm going to be bringing speakers on as well who would deal with something each month, because you know how sometimes we do stuff, we move so quickly, we hadn't even mastered or got certain things down. So each month I want to bring a speaker as well to deal with the topic that we ladies deal with. So can you guys let me know what topic you would want somebody to speak on? Something, if we're talking spirit, soul, and body, what topic? Menopause? Y'all, I can tell y'all a little bit about that one now that my mama didn't tell me, Jesus. Blame like the Lord. Why didn't anybody tell me that this stuff go on with menopause? Lord help. So I don't know if menopause is something. Y'all may have enough information on that. But whatever it is, give me an idea of something that you would like to have a speaker come and speak to and about. But each month I would like to deal with that. So bring a speaker on each month. But remember, for the month of January, we are dealing with removing the spirit of pride out of your marriage, not letting it destroy your home. Okay? And so next month we're dealing with forgiveness. So guys, I'm glad you hopped on. I'm glad to see you guys. And so I'm going to have a meeting in just a minute. So let me get on off. But I appreciate you again. DM me if you're interested. Like and share. Hear me. Like and share. Follow me if you're not following. Follow me if you're not following, so that when I do come live and I post new information or put something out there, you'll get notification. You'll get a notification. So I appreciate you guys. Practice what you just heard. Walk in humility. It's a weapon. You just gained a weapon. If you didn't know it was a weapon, now you know. You just gained a weapon. Keep your weapon in your pocket so that you can use it. Try humility. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.